Hello and welcome back to Pete's Model Car Customs. I hope you're all well and had a good week. I want to do a sort of update on this Hot Wheels 1932 Ford Phantom Vicky. It's a lovely kit to build really, and I've made some good progress on it over the week. Those who've seen the little video earlier, following spraying it the other day, I've continued with that and flatted all that back down and then put on these decals. They are a bit thick, so I've got quite a bit of a line at the moment across the top where they actually were. I've put on a D and a H on the back there for Doug. And it's all having a little sparkle in and out of focus. But that's I haven't had any bad problems with the lacquer I used over the decals, and that, if you look along the side there's no sort of sign of anything rippling or reacting, so I'm happy with that. I think I've spotted a little hair in the back there a little while ago. But overall the black's turned nice, and if you've seen it in the sun, you know how it all sort of sparkle and that. Along with the hood and grille, dashboard, bulkhead thing, and the inner wheel arches, they've all been re-lacquered. I'm not putting any more decals on it. I'll use some of the floor mats that Steve Minion printed for me, so I've done that and given it a sort of rich black, which I hope is a leathery look. And it's just matte black floor and a slightly different satin black along the tunnel. On the door panels, I've as you can see there, I've made a groove behind that handle to give it more definition, and it's not focusing too well, is it? And then I've put in a metal, this is an aluminium rod that I've fitted into the pattern that was on the the inlay pattern. So I've done that both sides, with this aluminium rod drilled through to the back of it, and then super glued it in place after shaping it. Got it into the right shape, then finalised that with a couple of bits to give that a bit more bling on the interior. What else was there? Yeah, swinging myself around here. I've got my wheels painted up in a sort of chrome finish paint, which has given me a sort of nice-ish aluminium chrome rather than a chrome. On the engine, I had to do a bit of, if I can bring that in, a little bit of filling in this back area of it, because there was quite a gap in between this plate and the actual engine itself, so I've built up some strip parts there and drilled the alternator for a cable, and everything else along there is going fine. I've got the hood in a sort of satin black. This is more or less the texture that it came in, and it'll take you ages to retexture that as a smooth top, so I've gone for a vinyl top, and I'll add some chrome trim around the sides there, along with chroming up the steering wheel as well, which I've got still on a sprue there. These parts are all the A-arms, and I've drilled through the 4 of them, because the sort of mounting and pivot that it should have in the colour of the frame are these centre bits in there, the centre section of that horizontal. So what I've done is drilled through, and I'll make a note of which part is to which, and cut them away to take this centre part that's on the sprue there out, strip it of chrome and fit it to the frame, to the chassis, and then reconnect the same A-arm back to it and line them all back up again by using a metal pin. Oh yeah, also on the chassis I did find that the actual horn area was a bit of a sloppy fit, so I wanted to line that all up and then fill in all the gaps with my own, sprue goo. I can't get my head right. But there was quite a lot of gaps that would give you side to side movement quite a bit. But I'm ready to move on to doing that. Let's see, what else did I do? I've made up some replacement springs for everywhere. And got my discs there. On these discs, just above the caliper there, I've carved back the connection point, the injector point of these, and if you can just see through there, I've drilled through there, and if I cut above that connector point, that will give me a sort of fake union, and I can run my brake pipe off of there to the where the brake pipes are going. But by using the connection point, I can build that up with a bit of sprue glue and paint it with an anodised red or something, and it will give a good representation of a union when it's just tucked in the back of a wheel and hardly visible. I have drilled out the exhaust tips to a greater depth. That's just repeatedly drilling and then using a cone-shaped where is it? Diamond burr. I use this quite a lot for getting into little holes and that, 'cause diamonds that take off quite a lot of material quite quickly, but reasonably accurately by hand. I don't whiz in and out with a Dremel very much. And that about wraps it up, I think, unless there's any major things. No, I've been messing around with the Cobra's rear wheel arches and a Mustang's front, and I've been waiting for some decals for the Falcon, but all those will have little updates in the near future. I'm trying to make the most of the good weather we're having here at the moment. But, I've got an array of parts that I'm working on for this here Vicky, and should have that done in a few days. Very nice kit. Quite enjoying this. Anyway, best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.